welcome back to my cozy corner of the internet. I'm Mayastar, and this is the Mayastar Podcast. I teach energy healing courses online through Mayastar Academy, share spiritual guidance and mystical musings on the Maya Muses blog, and provide healing, ritual and spellcasting services as a star-seeded shaman and professional witch. Today is episode 57 of the Mayastar Podcast, and I'm drawing from the Maya Muses blog at blog.mayastar.net. Today we'll be covering the dualistic nature of the universe on an energetic level, how these energies are reflected within us, and how we can work to balance them in order to progress the path to wholeness and spiritual awakening. As usual, I have a tendency to go off script and let my intuition guide me. So we'll be meandering around these topics and pursuing the scenic route to enlightenment. If this sounds interesting to you, stick around and while away some time with me as we explore these things together. So sit back, relax your shoulders, take a sip of chamomile tea, exhale deeply, and let's explore, embracing duality, the dance of the sun and moon on the path to spiritual awakening. In the journey of spiritual awakening, we often talk about oneness, wholeness, and the ascension process, but the path to unity doesn't bypass duality. It moves through it. And understanding the nature of duality is essential to understanding ourselves, our place in the universe, and the sacred power we hold to heal, grow, and rise into our highest potential. At the foundation of all existence lies a sacred polarity, yin and yang, or the divine feminine and divine masculine currents. These aren't simply gendered ideas, they're spiritual currents that shape the whole of reality. The yin current is receptive, intuitive, nurturing, inward, lunar, and shadowed. It is the mystery, the water, the moon. The yang current is expressive, logical, protective, outward, solar, and illuminated. It is the structure, the fire, the sun. These two forces are often called opposites, but in truth they are complementary. Their dance, their tension, their friction. This is what births consciousness and fuels creation. When perfectly balanced, they produce stillness, a hum of harmonious vitality, a state of divine potential. The yin and yang energetic currents are richly reflected in the gods and goddesses of old. Across cultures, mythological figures serve as archetypes for the divine masculine and feminine, giving us symbolic insight into how these forces move within us and through our world. The sun gods, such as Ra in Egyptian myth, Apollo in Greek myth, and Sol Invictus in Roman myth, radiate with divine masculine energy, expressing truth, light, order, discipline, clarity, and outward power. They are the bringers of life and champions of illumination. By contrast, lunar goddesses like Selene, Hecate, and Artemis, or the Lemurian goddess Amara, express divine feminine traits, receptivity, intuition, hidden knowledge, cyclical change, and the mystery of the subconscious. Isis, Inanna, and Kuan Yin are also profound feminine archetypes, goddesses of compassion, death, and rebirth, emotional wisdom, and nurturing power. Their stories often include descent into the underworld, transformation, and return, mirroring the internal alchemy we undergo when we surrender to deep healing. When we look at these deities not just as characters but as personifications of energetic currents, we gain valuable insight into how the masculine and feminine interact, not as rivals but as dance partners in the great choreography of creation. We all carry these two forces within us, and when they are out of balance, life can feel chaotic. A yin dominant imbalance might manifest as passivity and indecision, overwhelm or emotional hypersensitivity, withdrawal or dissociation, escapism through fantasy, oversleeping, or spiritual bypassing. A yang dominant imbalance might show up as aggression or anger, overworking and burnout, controlling behaviors, detachment from emotions or spiritual connection. When either side overpowers the other, the energy field reflects that imbalance. We become less resilient, more reactive, and less able to anchor our light into the world. But when both are honoured, integrated, and expressed in harmony, we experience the essence of spiritual empowerment. When your yin and yang are working in harmony, your emotions are expressed healthily and flow freely. Your energy feels consistent and stable. You act with purpose, but also know how to rest. You're able to hold space for both vulnerability and strength. You trust your intuition while still taking grounded action. Your creativity flows, and you feel inspired and connected. You feel aligned with the spiritual energies around you without taking them on as part of yourself. This kind of alignment isn't just spiritual, it's magical. It's what ascension is truly about. And as the new age progresses, many feel the call to consciously work towards this fully integrated and awakened state. In many spiritual traditions, this harmony of opposites is a central teaching. In alchemy, the great work is to unite the sun and moon, spirit and matter, masculine and feminine, into the philosopher's stone. In yoga, balance is found between Shiva, who represents consciousness, and Shakti, who represents creative power. In Taoism, the Tao is not found by favouring one polarity, but by walking the middle path, where opposites dissolve. This reconciliation is the path to oneness, the return to source, and the awakening of higher consciousness. When we consciously choose to honor both polarities within us, we become a crucible for divine transformation. The balance of dual forces is also powerfully expressed in the process of Kundalini activation. In traditional yogic philosophy, Kundalini energy is often depicted as a coiled serpent at the base of the spine, representing latent spiritual power. When awakened, this energy rises through the central channel of the spine, passing through each chakra and activating higher states of consciousness. But Kundalini doesn't move in isolation. It is awakened and guided by the interplay of two polar energy currents, the Ida and Pingala. Ida, flowing along the left side of the body, is associated with the moon, the divine feminine, intuition, receptivity, and emotional depth. Pingala, flowing along the right side, is linked with the sun, the divine masculine, logic, vitality, and action. As these two channels weave around the chakras in a serpentine dance, their harmonization is what allows Kundalini to rise safely and powerfully. If one current dominates, the energy can become unbalanced, leading to emotional, psychological, or physical symptoms. But when both are aligned and in balance, they ignite the inner flame of spiritual transformation and illuminate the path to ascension. In this way, the Kundalini journey is not about favoring one force over another. It's about their sacred union. The Solar and Lunar Light Empowerments course was created to support this inner alchemical process. The Sun and Moon historically and energetically reflect these divine currents. The Sun represents the divine masculine, illumination, action, clarity, and confidence. The Moon represents the divine feminine, intuition, reflection, nurturing, and receptivity. By working with these energies through energy healing, we strengthen our ability to channel them, hold them, and integrate their wisdom. Experiencing these energies directly can also help us to awaken the archetypes of the divine masculine and divine feminine within our own energy fields and psyches. This can strengthen our relationships with deities and the light beings that support us, and can help us to tap into their power and qualities within ourselves. Another energy healing practice you might consider if you want to make energy healing part of your spiritual practice to balance the yin and yang energies is the Meridian Flush Empowerments course. This modality works to eliminate blocks within your energy field, to increase the flow of life force energy within and around you. There are 6 attunements for this modality, including the yin and yang energy flushes that restore the balance of these frequencies and bring you back into alignment. You can learn more about both of these energy healing courses by visiting my website at mayastar.net. Another technique to help you balance your energy and integrate this awareness into your life is meditation. Here's a gentle daily practice you can use to connect with the energies of the sun and moon. A morning solar meditation. Sit quietly facing the sunrise, or simply imagine golden light around you. Place your hands on your solar plexus and breathe deeply. Affirm, I embrace the light of the sun within. I step into clarity, purpose, and creative power. Visualize the sun's light filling your body, energizing your day. An evening lunar light meditation. Sit in a dim room or outside under the moon. Place your hands over your heart and breathe slowly. Affirm, I embrace the wisdom of the moon within. I surrender to peace, insight, and emotional clarity. Visualize silvery lunar light, soothing your energy, preparing you for restful integration. This practice can also enhance your circadian rhythm, reducing stress and improving sleep quality. Connecting with the solar and lunar light empowerments during this meditation can help to amplify the effects, and you can also use this pattern of meditation to focus on your manifesting practices, using the morning meditation for developing a positive mindset, focusing on your goals and visualizing your success, and then using the evening meditation for expressing gratitude and focusing on releasing any blocks by becoming open to change and progress. If you're looking to go deeper with this work, the Solar and Lunar Light Empowerments course offers an extended exploration of these energies through energy attunements, correspondences, and healing techniques that help to restore and amplify these divine currents within you. We live in a world built on polarity, but we don't have to be divided by it. When we understand that opposites aren't in conflict, but are actually co-creators of life, we begin to embrace the full spectrum of our being. This is a crucial step on the path of spiritual awakening. By learning to honor both the divine feminine and masculine within us, we start to move beyond judgment of ourselves and others, rather than labeling behaviors or emotions as good or bad. We begin to see them as reflections of energetic imbalance, and that simple shift in awareness can change everything. It helps us remember that energy moves, people grow, and life will naturally carry us through phases of expansion and contraction. But with awareness, we don't have to be thrown off course. Instead, we gain the wisdom to observe, adapt, and return to balance with grace. The divine masculine and feminine exist within you. The sun and moon both rise within your spirit. Your task is not to choose between them, but to learn their rhythm, honor their wisdom, and allow their harmony to guide your evolution. In balance, we find our power. In wholeness, we find our light. If this episode resonated with you and you feel called to explore these energies more deeply, you'll find a wide range of distance attunement courses, including those mentioned in this episode, at mayastar.net. I offer full support for your healing journey, and attunements are sent using the Orb of Life method, which allows you to receive them wherever you are in the world and at your convenience without making an appointment. You can also explore the latest spiritual guidance, articles, and daily energy updates on the Maya Muses blog at blog.mayastar.net. And if you'd like to support my work or join the Mayastar Soul Tribe community, you'll find a link for the Mayastar Buy Me a Coffee page in the description box below. Wishing you peace, prosperity, and progress in all you do. With blessings.